Welcome, chamaquitos and chamaquitas, to our first ever mukbang.
Yeah. We did Q&As on Insta and Facebook, so
on Facebook too?
Yeah.
That's tough.
So we're gonna just read them real quick and we're gonna eat. Even though all I got was this drink.
Those four things?
That was chill because you already know
Pizza is the move.
You got pizza.
That's two.
Pizza. Yeah, there's two in there. There's two in there.
That's two in there, bro.
Yeah, show them.
25-cent pizza right there.
One,
amazing.
two.
Yo, hold on. Show them the back. Look how burnt that is.
Amazing.
Well, I'm the only normal person that got one drink only.
What's wrong with 4 drinks, man?
What's wrong with 2 drinks?
Yeah. Anyway.
2 for 2.
DiverCity's on a budget right now, so we can't afford you know how people do the whole menu off of McDonald's or something. we can't do all that.
You guys are just gonna watch us eat.
Yeah, just watch us eat for 5 minutes, then we'll do the Q&A.
I low-key have to go pee.
Okay, first question comes from one of our OG subscribers. You know who you are. We're not gonna say who asked what.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we're just gonna read them. All right, you know who you are though. And he said, I'll show you guys who it is. Right there. You know who it is? Stephanie brother. Alexis.
We're not gonna say who asked what.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we're just gonna read them.
Why you always lying?
When will I be in your videos? Hey, listen, come here. That's a very good question.
You have to go to rehearsals.
I'm not even in new videos now, so.
There's a sign-up sheet.
Yeah.
There's
Honestly,
a sign-up sheet and you have to come to rehearsals.
I know coronavirus is bad and everything, but it's kind of good. Kinda good. Just know. Why? Because we get these guys back. Because, they're little kids, they're in school. So it's always me and Rivers that are recording.
I have business going on.
I have sports.
So yeah, on the weekends, they're busy with other stuff.
I'm a gamer.
That's acceptable.
Yeah.
Sports are.
But okay, to answer your question, we're gonna have to talk to you one-on-one, train you, and put you through DiverCity school.
It's like a little course that takes about 3 weeks or so.
Yeah.
Maybe longer.
Steven, it took him about a year.
Yeah. He hasn't even passed his permit test, so.
Let's not. You're cutting that out. You're cutting that out.
Psych! That's the wrong number!
Second question. What are you passionate about? We'll start with you down here.
Oh my gosh. Passionate about me?
Yeah.
Well, I think this should be everyone's number one. And if it's not, then we're gonna have a problem. Number one passion.
Food.
Christ.
Yeah, Christ. Not food. Not
And
Christ.
now number 2, food.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Hallelujah. Amen. I
What
agree
can I
with
say?
that.
And then after that, then I guess just school, work, education.
You're passionate about that?
Really? Yes.
I mean, to each your own.
A gamer. Y'all gamers out there.
And my wives.
That's your
Shout out to my
number one.
wives.
That's your number.
I never
one.
said it's my number one.
It just says, what are you passionate about?
It's like my number 3. Number 1, of course, is church because my whole life is church.
Yeah.
Number 2, anime. If I'm not doing anything church related, I'm doing something anime.
Like this?
Yeah,
Yeah.
anime related.
That's it? Okay.
And I just want to show my Batman sticker.
Okay. For me, of course, number 1 is God, my church, and my ministry. Put all of that into one. I love serving. That's probably so loud. I love serving at church. Being one of the youth leaders there is so awesome working with the youth. Just the different privileges, playing piano at church. Everyone here serves. It's so amazing to serve God. That's my number 1 passion. Second is video editing. I love editing. It's so fun to me. I study cinema at school. Number 3 would have to be music. Listening and performing. It's just so fun.
What about Fortnite?
Fortnite, it's a hidden passion. We're not gonna talk about it.
Number 1 would be God, church, serving. I love working with the kids. I would include music, you know, playing the trumpet. I love that. Number 2 would probably be sports.
Bowling?
Sports.
Bowling?
Soccer and basketball, you know, I love those.
What about bowling?
Soccer and basketball, those are amazing sports. Number 3 would just be, hanging out, you know, passionate about that. You know, hanging out with the fam.
Passionate about hanging out.
Dude,
Yeah, come on, bro.
Extrovert.
Yeah.
Same. I'm an extrovert.
Yeah.
He's an introvert for sure. I would say you're an extrovert.
Of course.
Yeah. See, we're all extroverts here. Question number 3: what inspires you the most? We'll start with you this time. Let's say what or who. Just change it up a bit.
So,
What or who inspires you the most?
So, you know, the pastors and my parents, how they are, you know, their faith, you know. It doesn't matter, like, if there's a storm, you know, how they are, you know.
Very inspirational. Thank you.
Okay, no. So it doesn't matter, like, if they're in a problem right now, a situation, you know, I see their faith, you know, they keep on going, you know, and they never stop, and you know, that's something that inspires me to grow my faith and stuff. So, yeah.
All right. Yeah. Okay. For me, what or who inspires me the most? I would say what inspires me the most would be, this is kind of goes back to like a little testimony to last year in the summertime when we had our kids camp. It was the first time that I ever worked with the kids. I've always only worked with the youth, and just what inspires me is seeing how a lot of these kids nowadays are like, they're in need of love and affection because they're not receiving it from parents. Unfortunately, sometimes because parents are, you know, sometimes they're too busy with work or other stuff like that, and then some parents are just, they're not aware of how much love and affection the child truly needs. And that is something that has inspired me so much to continue to change and become a different, more involved leader, you know what I mean? And who inspires me is, well, from my own church, from someone that I've like spent a lot of time with, would probably be Pablo. He hasn't been in a video in a long time, but Pablo he was my leader when I was growing up, and he's helped me out so much, helped me to see a different perspective on different things, and he's the one who's inspired me the most.
What inspires me the most?
What or who or both?
I'm not gonna lie, when you asked a question, when you said who inspires you the most, it's kind of sad, but for me it's an honor. The first thing that came to my mind, this is no joke, was Naruto. I mean, as soon as he said who inspires you the most, first thought was Naruto, because I mean, Naruto is like my savior, bro. I mean,
You sure what you saying?
no, I didn't mean it like that. But like, this is me, Naruto, like, it's like, but I didn't mean it like that. Of course, God is my savior, of course, but just me and Naruto is like connection. It's a bond. Y'all wouldn't understand what inspires me the most every day. Is just, or who is just like, you can say like God, church, because like every decision I make, like even school related, work related, a lot of decisions I make, I think about like, will this help me spiritually, will this help me grow? So I guess that inspires me. And then for who, I mean there's too many people to name who inspire me. Like really like the pastor family of our church, because like the three legendary brothers, always been like
The three Sonic.
Yeah, the legendary Sonic. They've always been my greatest inspirations. 'Cause, I mean, no one has like known me for as long as they have in the church. They've known me since I was a baby. They held me. So yeah, they know me and they've like molded me. They were like my second, third, and fourth dads. They disciplined me when I was in the wrong. They spanked me, so
Same.
they molded me into who I am today.
Your turn.
What inspires me? Wow.
Are you just not thinking about it? You had all this time.
I guess what inspires me is just Basically, myself. I know that sounds kind of selfish, but like, I just want to strive to do better, you know? Like, I don't want to just be stuck at a dead-end job, not living at a daily, basic routine every single day. I want to do something exciting, you know? I want to go out and travel. I want to do more. I want to do something that benefits people. I just want to help others, basically. So I strive to do the best I can be each day to meet that goal.
I need to get ice.
Okay, get it. She was waiting the whole time.
I think we should include it in the video.
Oh, we'll include it. Just waiting on her.
Every single time we went to his house and
No, let's not. No, let's
shut your mouth. This is my house.
no.
We'd be playing like, I don't know, every time it would just be like us three in his house as kids. And his parents would always, his mom would always be there, right? And we'd
Hey,
always
this
be
was
messing
when I was
around.
7.
Playing like soccer in his little tiny house and stuff. Cause he used to live in a tiny house.
Just since I was 6 or 7.
No offense.
Let him tell the story.
Alright, but anyway, dude, we would be playing like soccer and stuff.
I hated that
and
house.
like doing other stuff. We'd always be doing random stuff. Shout out to Oswaldo too. He would experience this sometimes too. And then at the end of the day, this man would always get in trouble for doing something dumb or for crying or something. And then his mom would like freaking drag him up the stairs. And
Hold on. Disclaimer, not really. Legal reasons. That didn't actually happen.
It's just slightly exaggerated.
No kids were harmed in his house.
You would like drag him up the stairs. We already knew what time it was because this would happen on a daily basis. Because this man was such a crybaby, he would do stupid things. And then like 3 minutes later, you just hear some freaking
Oh wait.
like Egyptians like freaking whipping, like making pyramids. Yo,
They would his mom would break the sound barrier like.
For real. You would just hear like some ultrasound super speed whip
Supersonic.
like 3 times.
Hey, this
Then
was
you would
when
hear
I was
this
like
man-
6.
Listen. Then you would hear this man crying all the way from upstairs. And this is what he would do. You could hear it all from upstairs. You could like visualize it because of the noises. You would just hear him freaking banging on the ground. And then he would start like jumping and stomping on the ground. Like a monkey, bro. Like a monkey. He would start jumping and pounding on the ground. And then he would come back downstairs like freaking tears in his eyes. He's like, I'm all good, guys. Nothing happened.
Why don't we bring this back?
And it'd be awkward silence until we left. And then we'll come back the next day and repeat it. Repeat that process.
This question, the person who asked this question, OG subscriber. Much love.
Especially from Steven.
Yeah. What was your inspiration towards making your YouTube channel? Well, that's still for us too. So with the YouTube channel, it was Rivers and I started it. We started the channel, and because like it was back in 2018 that we made a few videos like during the summer. We just made like 2 or 3, and we just enjoyed it. We just made it for fun. And then these guys came along and they were like, you know what? We should make a video. We should make like a channel. And then Pablo was into it, and Joanna was into it, and as time went by, more people started joining and helping us out. And it was just cool. We liked it, and we also want to like utilize it to share the gospel, talk about God, but also like have fun with it. Next question. Is it true that Steven likes bowling? Do you like bowling? Do you like bowling? Yes or no?
I love the sport. It's a good
Whoa,
sport.
we said like. We said
I said the sport.
Oh,
The sport. It's a good sport. It's a
Let him
great
be
sport.
passionate about
I
the
love the sport. Yeah, the sport
Let
is
him be
amazing.
passionate about the sport. This is gonna be the last question actually, and it's a little deep. So he or she is asking us to be transparent a little bit in difficult moments in your life, whether it's in the past or current. Current. Have you felt that it got you closer or farther away from God, and why do you think that is? Who wants to go first?
I'll go first.
Okay, you can go.
I think I'm in difficult times in my life. In the moment, I felt farther from God, and I didn't realize. So, in the middle of the problem, in the middle of my difficult times, I felt like I was farther. I felt like, why is this happening, you know? When there was bad things in my way. But then after the problem is when you realize it actually just makes you get closer to God. And I think this is because sometimes God will let something bad come into your life, let something bad happen in order for you to get closer to Him. Because you're probably like, you might be drifting off or something. Maybe you need to just grow more. Maybe it's when you pray to grow more. This is God's way of making you grow more by putting a problem in your way, so that you trust more in Him, you pray more, you search for Him more. That way you get closer to Him more.
I felt closer. Well, to start off, I was like, why is this happening? Why me? Why not someone else? And you know, I didn't understand it. But then I realized that God brings this with a purpose. He brings it so we can grow spiritually, so we can, you know, search His for His Spirit. You know,
I feel like in the moment when we are going through difficult times, we think that we are getting further away from God. But then once the issue is over, we open our minds, we reflect on it, and then we see that we actually did get closer to God at the end of the issue. So in the moment, I feel like we don't know. We're like, we're getting far away, and then that's why people leave. That's why people lose their faith. That's why people just give up. And then, you know, and then at the end, we just, you know, we come to realization, you know, this actually made me grow stronger as a person. I grew spiritually and I matured. And I feel like that's what everyone needs to, like, you know, to grow their character.
In the moment when you're going through something, a lot of times we don't even have the perspective of us getting farther from God. Rather, we feel like God is leaving us, like God like pushed us away, like He forgot about us or something. And we get into that attitude, right? Because like with me, I went through depression for a full year, and it was a hard process in my life where I felt alone. But I didn't speak out to anyone, and I didn't tell anyone how I felt, not even the leaders, and I was still like serving in the church and everything. So I was facing that, right? And while I was going through that, I was always in that, I always had that mindset of God left me, like God just, He stopped caring for me, you know? So it wasn't even me getting further from God, like me thinking that way. Rather, I thought God left me. But then I actually started to open my Bible, and I read a little bit more and started to understand a little bit more about things that God puts us through and how He works in us. And I realized that there is a purpose in every situation. Like God manifests His greatness through the problem. I went through that depression, and when I finally realized that it was something that was necessary for me to go through for my growth, I realized that the reason I wasn't hearing from God, the reason I wasn't feeling His presence, is because not that He left me, but I left Him. I was the one who got further away. So a lot of times in difficult situations, I've pushed myself away, and it's something that I worked on after that certain situation. And now I realize that when I go through a difficulty, I should rejoice and be happy, because that means that I'm growing, and I'm growing in my faith. So if you're going through something, don't worry about it. Like, we've all been through a lot of different situations, and we're also young. Like, things just happen, they come for you, but just remember that God is always there. He never leaves your side, and just try to always stay close to Him.
Mite kurete arigato.
That means thank you for watching in Japanese.
Don't forget to leave a like and a comment down below, and please subscribe.
Guys, we will see you next week. We love you so much.
And click the bell, baby.